A certain kind of bond forms when you've racked up miles behind the wheel of a truck built to tackle everything from muddy backroads to sunrise departures on the freeway. That connection is about to reach its bittersweet finish line as Nissan's full-size workhorse, the Titan, prepares to make its final curtain call in the 2026 model year. This isn't merely a refresh or a mild facelift. It marks the end of an era for a pickup that has been a stalwart of brute force capability and steadfast dependability. For decades, Titan devotees have trusted its capable frame and hearty engines to haul, tow, and explore. And now, with Nissan pivoting toward an electrified future, this is the last chance to stake your claim on a piece of raw automotive heritage before it fades into memory. Even though the look of the 2026 Titan will feel instantly familiar, the broad stance, squared-off wheel arches, an imposing grille that announce its arrival, it carries with it a certain gravitas that whispers of final edition in every bolt and body panel. Under the hood, nothing has changed in the purest sense. You still get a 5.6-liter V8 that pushes out 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque, an intoxicating combination that modern electric motors, for all their instant torque, can't quite replicate in tone or theatrics. Mated to a smooth 9-speed automatic, the engine's growl remains the soundtrack to every gear shift, every acceleration, every grunt of effort as the Titan hauls a trailer over mountain passes or lunges forward to merge onto highways. Of course, power alone doesn't define a truck. Ride quality, control, and the way a vehicle communicates feedback to its driver are just as important. Over the years, Nissan engineers have refined the Titan's suspension, dialing in Bilstein shocks for the PRO for X model that quash trail chatter while still offering that satisfying plummet into whoops and ruts. And if you're not necessarily seeking dirt-bound conquest, the standard SV and the ultra-refined Platinum Reserve trims balance load-carrying prowess with creature comforts that rival high-end SUVs, supple leather upholstery, ambient lighting, and a user-friendly 9-inch touchscreen interface that keeps navigation, media, and vehicle settings at your fingertips. What truly sets the 2026 lineup apart, however, is the way Nissan has packaged choice. A base SV model, with its rock-solid steel wheels and utilitarian interior surfaces, remains a workside warrior at heart and lists for just under $47,700 all in, including destination. But for those wanting to inject a bit of personality, Nissan's mid-range trims offer the Midnight Edition, whose deep black accents and stealthy demeanor give the Titan an almost superhero-like presence after dusk, or the Bronze Edition, which pairs warm metallic highlights with contrasting dark wheels to evoke a sunset glow wherever you go. At the top sits the Platinum Reserve, a truck that looks like it wants to be displayed in a luxury showroom just as much as it's ready to tackle a weekend jaunt into the wilderness, complete with wood grain trim, heated and cooled seats, and a Fender-branded 12-speaker audio system that turns hauling lumber into a private concert. Still, the real drama unfolds behind the scenes in Canton, Mississippi, where the Titan has rolled off the assembly line alongside countless other Nissan vehicles. When the last Titan chassis exits the paint booth later this year, it won't mean layoffs or shuttered factories. Instead, the Canton plant will undergo a metamorphosis of its own, gearing up to produce Nissan's next generation of electric vehicles. It's a move that manages to honor the dedication of the assembly line team while steering the company toward a future where tailpipe emissions are a relic of the past. There's something poetic about that transition. The same workers who've spent years forging rugged steel and aluminum for a gas-guzzling icon will now help shape the silent, torquey EVs poised to tackle those same trails and highways. Meanwhile, over on the internet, designers and digital artists have been having their own fun with what could have been the Titan swan song. A recent CGI concept by Altmags TV has captured the imagination of truck enthusiasts everywhere, reimagining the Titan as a futuristic overlander with even beefier fenders, low-profile concave wheels that look half sculpture, half weapon, and sharp LED lighting that wraps around the vehicle like brush fire at twilight. The hood vents and menacing grille mesh exude an aura of barely contained power, while the lifted stance and rock sliders hint at epic off-road escapades. It's a beautiful what-if, a tease of the aesthetic and performance direction Nissan might have taken had it continued pouring capital into gas-powered truck development. Yet, as inspiring as digital renderings can be, nothing beats the visceral thrill of turning a real key, sliding behind the wheel, feeling the V8 pulse through the steering column, and watching the tachometer needle climb with that signature V-shaped engine note rising in crescendo. In the age of near-silent EVs whose drive noise engineers artificially mimic for nostalgia's sake, The Titan reminds us why the mechanical symphony of pistons, valves, and exhaust was once the undisputed king of automotive excitement. It's like the roar of a stadium crowd before kickoff, all energy, emotion, and anticipation bound up in metal and horsepower.